How to get tax deductions for Goodwill donations. Hi, I'm Candace Kane, and I'm a tax advisor here at Robert Hall & Associates. Today we're going to talk about how to get tax deductions for Goodwill donations. As always, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. Let's jump right in. So today we're talking about how to get tax deductions for your Goodwill donations. We'll cover what qualifies, what documents you need to have those qualified deductions, and how to report them on your tax return. So first, what qualifies as a Goodwill donation? Now, Goodwill is a term we use for a lot of different charities that collect non-cash donations, such as household goods, clothing, accessories, whatever you have around the house that you're not using anymore. Sometimes they'll take computers and other equipment as well. So that's sort of a charity. It's called a non-cash donation. You can donate whatever you have around, and you get to take a donation for the value of that property. So say you donate a sweatshirt, that charity turns around and sells that sweatshirt for $5. Your donation is $5. How do you decide how much those donations are worth? Some charities will have sort of a cheat sheet of what they tend to sell things for. You want to make sure that you're giving credit for good quality or not so good quality. If this piece of equipment is on its last leg, it might only be worth a couple of dollars. If you just bought it and decided you're not going to use it, it might be closer to the value you paid for it. You have to use some judgment there. So once you have your qualified donation, you drop it off. You want to get a receipt from that organization that says you gave a donation. And if they can put the items that you donated on the list, that's great. Sometimes they'll just say one bag of clothing or one box of goods. You'll need to keep some better records than that. So you'll want to have an itemized list of what you actually donated in that box or in that bag, so you can keep track of that and figure out what your donation will be. So keep that receipt from the charitable organization. Now, these sort of charity donations, each donation can be up to $500. If you go over $500 in value, then you're going to need an actual appraisal for someone who appraises items like that. So say you're donating your car to a charity. The car is probably worth more than $500. So you're going to either need an appraisal of that, or the organization can give you a letter to tell you exactly what they sold it for. That's typically what happens with car donations, but check with your organization before you donate and see what they provide, so you can get that deduction on your taxes. Now, once you've made the donation and you have your records, where do you report this on your tax return? Well, it goes on your Schedule A under charitable donations. There's a line for cash donations and there's a line for non-cash donations. It does go into your itemized deductions. So you do want to make sure that you're over your standard deduction in order to take these charitable donations. So that's how you get a tax deduction for your Goodwill or non-cash donations. Still have questions or want a complimentary consultation with one of my consultant friends at our Robert Hall & Associates? Well, click on the link in the description or visit our website at roberthalltaxes.com.